Hi everyone, hope you're having a good day today. Welcome to your yoga practice, whether it's morning, afternoon or evening. Really lovely to be guiding you through today's practice. So it's an all-round body vinyasa, a little bit of core work, some strength work, some balancing, but most importantly having fun, knowing when to challenge yourself, but knowing when to let go too. As always, listen to your body. You know your body better than anyone, so please do not push yourself. If you've got any injuries or restrictions or limitations, work with how your body's feeling today. So let's start in our cross-legged or kneeling position, whichever is most comfortable for you. And just spending a few moments arriving here on your mat. So think about growing tall through the spine. Imagine someone's drawing you up from the crown of the head, and then rooting down through the sit bones, and take the shoulders up to the ears, back and down, then close down or soften the eyes. And then bring the hands to the thighs, either with the palms down or the palms up, depending which is more comfortable for you. And then just start to connect to the breath. So breathe in through the nose, allow the belly to fully rise. And then exhale to release through the nose, draw the belly in towards the spine. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and as you breathe in, imagine you're inflating a balloon in your stomach area. So you're creating this expansion, this space. Then as you exhale, soften, surrender and release. So connecting to deep belly breaths rather than short, shallow chest breaths. Good, just a few more as we ground ourselves, become present. Bring that awareness, connection to mind, body, breath. Good. Just noticing what the mind's up to. Is it chitter-chattering away, or is it joined you on the mat? And just know that whatever's going on, they're just thoughts. We can't stop them, we can't pause them, but just let them go. Imagine like they're clouds in the sky, floating by. They come up, but they just go. Not holding on, not attaching to those thoughts. Good. Slowly opening the eyes. Interlace the hands, and as we inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find that length. Exhale, side bend to the right. Good. Roll the left shoulder back a little bit, right shoulder forwards. Root down through the left sit bone. Good. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to the left. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Find this length through the side waist. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Good. Inhale to center and gently float the arms down on the exhale. Good. So coming to our twist. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right fingertips come behind you. Inhale to find length, exhale, gentle twist to the right. So not forcing the body here, just a gentle encouragement. Keep the right shoulder soft, a little micro bend in the right elbow. Good. One more breath here. Nice. Inhale to come to center. Change sides. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips behind. Inhale to find length. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. Find that rotation through the spine, easing through the spine here. Good. One more breath here. Nice. Inhale to come to center. Good. So bring your hands to your shoulders and just take the elbows, taking the elbows in a backwards motion, easing through the shoulder joint. Good. And then in the opposite direction, getting everything nice and mobile. Good. And then slowing everything down. So bring the arms out to the side, coming into our eagle arms. So bring the right arm underneath the left, bend into the elbows, either take hold of the shoulders, bring the backs of the hands together or the palms to touch. Whichever option you've chosen, lift the elbows roughly in line with the shoulders and draw the forearms slightly away from the face. Good, and bringing the thumbs roughly in line with the nose, so the centre of the face. Breathing here. Good. You can either stay here or tuck the chin, draw the elbows in towards the stomach, and then start rolling down. So a little forward fold, opening through the back of the body, the shoulders, the neck. Breathing here. One more breath. Good, as you inhale, slowly coming up. Nice. Gently release the arms, bring them out to the side. Then the left arm comes underneath the right, bend the elbows, come to whichever position of your choice. Inhale to draw the elbows in line with the shoulders. Good, tuck the chin. Either stay here as we draw the forearms away from the face, or slowly rolling down, opening up through the spine, the neck, the shoulders. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, slowly lifting. Nice. And then gently release the arms. Bring the arms down beside you and give yourself a little bit of a shake just to ease off. Good. So we're going to make our way to our tabletop. So either roll over the knees or come to one side as we make the transition. So spread the fingers nice and wide, keep the wrists underneath the shoulders and the elbows and the knees underneath the hips. Options, tops of the feet to be on the mat or tuck the toes. Coming into our cat-cow. So as we inhale, tilt the pelvis, belly lowers as we draw the gaze forwards, chest draws through the shoulders. Exhale, draw the belly in, squeeze the chin towards the chest as we press into the hands to get a lovely dome in between the shoulders. Inhale, maybe close the eyes, use the whole length of your inhale to bring you to your cow. The whole exhale draws you to your cat. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Next, inhale, come to your cow pose. Exhale draws you to your cat. Send the hips back towards the heels. Plant the forearms. As we inhale, imagine you're rolling a marble with the nose towards the top of the mat. As we inhale, press up to our cow. Exhale to under cat. Hips come back. Forearms down. Roll the nose as we draw the marble to the top of the mat. Good. Exhale. Starting to get that flow connection to the breath. One last time. Good. And then come to your neutral spine. So coming into some upper body work here, bring the knees nice and wide, big toes come to touch. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders. As we inhale, take the shoulders over the wrists. Good. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze the belly as we inhale, lower down halfway. Exhale, press up. Good. Inhale. Belly squeezing. Squeeze the glutes. So only come down as far as you can that you can control it on the way up. So it's better to come down just a little bit, but have the control and the strength, rather than coming down, collapsing. Good. Two more. Good. And then come down into your child's pose. Sit the heels down, walk the arms forward, bring the forehead down. So come into your variation, either with the elbows down and a little bend with the forearms on the mat, or you can lift the forearms, lift the elbows, walk the hands a little bit further away. Optional, come into the fingertips. Hips nice and heavy. Good. One more breath here. Nice. And then ground the hands. On your next inhale, walk the hands in towards you. Draw the knees in towards each other and come up onto your knees. So we're going to come to our gate pose here. So keep the left knee underneath the hip. Lengthen the right leg out. Good, so we want the left knee roughly in line with the instep of the right foot. Press firmly into the outer edge of the right foot so we're nice and active through the inner thigh. Squeeze the glutes, lift the left arm up, right hand comes to the outer right leg, folding over to the right. Good, keep squeezing the glutes. Nice. One more breath here. Good. Inhale to come up. Now we're going to release the left hand down to the mat underneath the shoulder, either fingertips or grounding down or to a fist. Squeeze the glutes and we're going to lift the right leg up, reach the right arm up overhead. So strong through the glutes here, strong through the belly. Flex the right foot. Good. Then bend into the right knee, catch the right foot. Inhale, press the right foot into the hand, roll the shoulder back, coming into a little back bend. Side opener. Good. And then gently release the right leg out. Good. Place the right leg down, right hand to right hip, coming into our side plank. So either stay here with the left knee down, reach the right arm up, lift through the hips, or you can stack the left foot underneath the right or behind the right. Totally up to you. Good. But squeeze the belly, lift the hips up, reach the right arm up, squeeze the glutes. Good. Nice and strong here. We're here for 2 more breaths. Well done. Good. And then we're going to spin to our full plank. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Squeezing the thighs, belly draws in. Exhale to release the knees, untuck the toes. Lower all the way down, elbows in. Press the tops of the feet and the pubic bone into the mat as we inhale, come to our baby cobra. Lift the hands just to make sure that the back's doing the work here. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Exhale to release down. Inhale to press back onto the knees. As we exhale, come into our child's pose. Good. One more breath here. Nice. Inhale, coming up. Good. Bringing the knees underneath the hips. This time, right knee stays under the right hip, left leg lengthens out. So just check your alignment. Right knee roughly in line with the instep. Left hand to the outer left leg, reach the right arm up. Squeeze the glutes, press into the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale. As we exhale, side bend over. Good. Try to avoid putting any weight through the knee, so bring the hand above or below. Good. Nice. Inhale to center. Release the right hand down, left hand to the left hip. As we bring the weight over, float the left leg up. Flex the foot, squeeze the glutes, lift the left arm up. Good. Lift through the pelvic floor, belly's active. Well done. Bend into the left knee. Catch the foot with the left hand as we inhale. Come into a little back bend, opening through the front thigh. Good. Gently release the left arm up, left leg out. Left hand to left hip, release the left leg down. Come into your side plank. Good. So keep the right wrist under the right shoulder, pressing into the hands so we're strong. Squeezing the thighs, lift the hips, belly's nice and active. Good. 2 more breaths here. Nice. Good. And then come to your full plank. Pause here, nice strong pose here. And then come down to the knees, untuck the toes as we lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, coming to your baby cobra. Lift the hands, tops of the feet press down, squeeze the glutes. Exhale to release. Inhale to press back onto the knees. Exhale into your child's pose. Good. 2 breaths here. Good. As we inhale, come to our tabletop. Good. So coming into our plank pose. So wrists stay underneath the shoulders, nice and strong through the shoulders. Step one leg back, and then the other, coming to a little bit of strength work here. So squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, tuck the tailbone under slightly, gaze slightly forward so we're nice and long. And we're going to do a little step out. So left leg steps out, steps back in. And then to the right. Good. And then to the left. Keep the hips as still as you can. Breathing. Good. 2 more either side. Nice work. Well done. Release the knees down. Come to sit onto the heels. Give the arms a little shake as we ease off. Good. We've got one more plank variation. Okay, so when we're ready, coming back into our plank. So we're going to come into our plank yogi squat jumps. So coming into your plank, option, if you don't want to jump, step one foot and then the other foot, but use the core and then step one leg back and then the other leg. If you want to jump, squeeze the glutes, press into the hands, through the core, lift up, lightly land. Good, hips come up as we jump back to plank. Good, so as soon as you come back into plank, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, so everything tightens up. As you jump, the belly draws in towards the spine. Great way to get the heart rate up too. Just stay strong through those shoulders. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good, release the knees down, untuck the toes, give the arms a shake. Good, getting that heart rate up nice and high. Well done. Okay, so coming back into our tabletop, tuck the toes, come into our downward facing dog. So first down dog of our practice. Just be mindful not to force the knees too much, to deep bend in the knees. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, pressing into the finger pads. Draw the belly in and up. Just notice what the neck and the head are doing, so nod the head yes, no, maybe, to ease any tension through the neck. Shoulders glide towards the hips. And then start to pedal through the legs, bringing some dynamic movement. Good. And then pause and come to stillness. Bend the knees, gaze forwards, walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat, where we'll come to our ragdoll. So feet hip width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, allow the belly to rest on the thighs. Either keep the arms dangling down or take hold of opposite elbows, maybe gently sway side to side, nod the head yes and no. Nice. And then release the hands, scoop the belly in, tuck the chin, keep the knees bent. Inhale slowly up with the hands dangling all the way to the top of the mat. Good, and then bring the shoulders up to the ears, back and down as we come to our Tadasana. Pause here, bring the big toes to touch, slightly part the ankles. Close down the eyes and just notice how the body's feeling, how you're feeling now we've built heat. Increase the heart rate. Good, squeeze the shoulder blades slightly together as we roll the palms forwards. Good. Okay, so then heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat with the toes out, heels in. We're going to come to our Vinyasa squat. So bring the hands to your heart center. Tuck the tailbone under slightly, squeeze the belly, start bending the knees but tracking the knees out towards the edges of the feet. If your heels lift, this is absolutely fine, but coming down as we send the hips down, good. Broaden through the chest, palms come to touch, and use the elbows inside the knees to find that space. Good. So we're going to transition from our Vinyasa squat to our standing position, but up onto our toes. So as we inhale, press into the feet, squeeze the glutes, squeeze in the thighs. As we slowly rise up with strength, keep squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. Then come up onto the tiptoes as we reach the arms up overhead. Squeeze the front thighs, glutes are nice and active, tall through the spine. Good. As we exhale, release the heels down, bend the knees, bring the hands through heart center as we slowly transition to our yogi squat. Good. 2 more like that. Find your strength first, so press into the feet, squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes, belly's active. Good. Slowly coming up, find that strength. As we lift the heels, reach the arms up overhead. Good. Exhale, lower the heels, bend the knees, making our way down. Hands come through heart center. Good. One more time. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, press into the feet, really slowly lifting up. Good. Coming high onto the tiptoes, lift the arms up overhead. And this time as we exhale, we're going to release the heels down and bring the hands through heart center. Good. And then heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. Good. So we're going to come through 3 rounds of our forward fold flow. So bring your hands to your heart center as we inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, maybe take the gaze up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips as we fold down to our forward fold. So bend the knees as much as needed here. Bearing in mind this is our first forward fold. Good. Inhale for your halfway lift. Think about that length through the spine. Shoulders back, growing strength in the spine. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, coming all the way up. Maybe take the gaze up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to release the hands through heart center. Good. Inhale. Exhale to release down. Inhale, come up to your halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. And then pause in your Tadasana. Find your breath here. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Close the eyes. Good. So we're going to come through our sun salutation A. So flickering the eyes open, bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe come to a baby back bend. As we exhale, fold down to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot steps back, left foot follows, pausing in our plank. Good. Either lower through with your knees down to your cobra, or lower through full plank to cobra, or upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale and down dog, and exhale. Inhale, right leg sweeps up, flex the foot. Gaze forward, step the right foot to the top of the mat. The left foot follows, coming into our halfway lift. Exhale to release down. Inhale, come all the way up, maybe baby back bend. As we exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, right foot follows, pause in plank. Good. Coming through your Vinyasa flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, left leg sweeps up, flex the foot. Gaze forward, step the left foot to the top of the mat. The right foot follows, coming into your halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, coming all the way up, take the gaze up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale as we fold down, enjoy the journey. Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale, step back plank or hop back chaturanga with bent elbows. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, walk, step, float lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back plank, hop back chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, walk, step, float lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale for your halfway lift. Good. Exhale to release. Inhale, come all the way up. Maybe come to a baby back bend. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. And then pause here. Bring the hands down beside you. Good. Just noticing how the heart's feeling, how the body's feeling. Connect back to the breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Taking on some water before we start the next part of our class. Just be mindful that you're not gulping so that you don't have water gargling around in your stomach. Might make you feel a little bit sick. Good. And then when you're ready, coming to the top of your mat, where we will come into our next part of class. Good. So coming into our chair pose, so we're going to have a little bit of fun with some rocking and rolling here, so just listen to the body, and if it doesn't feel right, please don't do it, but find a modification that suits you. So I'll guide you through the modifications and adds on, and then come to whichever is good for you. So big toes touch, slightly apart the ankles, or bring the feet hip width distance apart. As we inhale, come to our chair pose, arms either forwards or reach the arms up overhead. Just make sure that the weight's coming back into the heels, lifting the toes, and that we can see the toes over the knees. Good. So from here, you can either stay here, maybe lift the heels up. Good. Then maybe lower the hips down towards the heels. Keep squeezing the belly, squeeze the inner thighs as we lower the hips down. You can stay here if this is enough for you. Or if you want to have a little bit of playtime, release the heels down, rolling back to our halasana, our plow, rolling up, maybe coming to a little squat. Good. Maybe come to the tippy toes as we lift up to our chair. Good. Ground the heels as we lift up. Exhale, release the hands through heart center. Good. So flowing back down to our downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. You can either come through flow or step back to down dog. So whichever you choose, we will all meet in our downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Good. From our down dog, inhale, right leg sweeps up. Flex a foot, gazing forward, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Good. Pause here in our runner's lunge. So think about squeezing the inner thighs together, nice and active through this left leg. Squeeze the glutes, press the feet down. So imagine you're drawing the right heel to the back of the mat and the left toes to the front of the mat. Squeeze the belly. Good. Ground the left hand down, bring the right hand to the right hip, inhale to find length, exhale, twist towards the right knee, reach the right arm up, keep nice and strong through those legs, good, strong through that left arm, exhale, release the right hand, press into the feet, lift the torso, as we inhale, come up to our high lunge, good. So just make sure that the right knee's not collapsing in. We're nice and strong through that left leg. Bring the hands to heart center. Transition to warrior three. Good. However, either step the left foot in or come straight up. Find that still point to focus on. Flex the left foot, internally rotate the hips slightly so the pelvis is square. Right leg is super strong here, so grounding down through the right foot, active through the right front thigh, squeeze the right glutes. Belly's active. Bring the arms down beside you. Good, as we inhale, soften into that right knee, draw the left leg through. Reach the arms up, coming to standing, hug the left thigh as close to the torso as you can. Flex left foot, good. Exhale, soften the right knee as if we're moving through treacle. Slowly draw that left leg back as the arms come beside you into our warrior three. Good, inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Good. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, release the left foot down. Good. So taking a big wide step with the left leg. Bring the big toes in, the heels come out. Bring the hands to the hips and think about pressing into the outer edges of the feet so we're nice and active through the inner thighs. Inhale to lift the chest as we exhale, swan dive down, hinging at the hips, folding over the legs. Good, crown the head is heavy. Release the hands down. Walk the hands forwards as we inhale, come to a halfway lift. Bring the weight slightly into the toes. Exhale, soften down. Good. Pausing here. Lift through the front thighs. Nice and active. Soften the head, nod the head yes and no. Good. Bend in the knees as we bring the hands to the hips. Tuck the chin as we inhale. Come all the way up. Nice. This time, walk the feet a little bit closer. We turn the toes out and the heels in. Coming into our goddess. So bend the knees, tuck the tailbone. Pause here. Before we come too deep, just gently sway side to side as we bring a little bit of movement. So not forcing the hips here, just being a little bit gentle as it can be quite deep for some of us. So try to avoid the Jemima puddle duck bum. So think about tucking the pelvis under slightly and then pause. Good. Can you sink a little bit deeper? Interlace the hands as we inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, side bend to the right. Good, keep squeezing the inner thighs. Imagine you're pressing the feet down and drawing the feet together. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Good, so we're nice and strong through those legs. Belly is active. Nice. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the hands. Press into the feet as we inhale, lengthen through the legs. Turn the left toes to 12 o'clock, I guess. Right foot turns in slightly, so we're at an angle. Good. Press into the outer edge of the right leg, right foot. Bend into the left knee, coming to our extended side angle. So left forearm comes to the left thigh. Avoid collapsing down, so we're just hovering. Our torso is keeping us stable here. Squeeze the glutes, inner thighs draw together, then reach the right arm either up or overhead. So think about that lovely long line all the way through the right foot to the top of the fingers. Torso is long, shoulders are soft, using the core to stabilize us here. Good. Release the right hand to the right hip. Lengthen the left leg, bring the left hand to the shin. Inhale, twist the torso, roll the right shoulder back so we're nice and long through both sides of the torso. Then reach the right arm. Squeeze the glutes. Draw the feet together. We're not actually moving them, but it's a nice symmetric contraction. Good. Gaze can either be forwards, down, or up. Just listen to the neck. Good. Then we're going to bend into the left knee. As we inhale, press into the feet and come up to standing. But as we do so, we're going to turn the left toes in. So as we inhale, come up. Good. This time, keep the toes in. The heels out, bring the arms out to the side as they are. Inhale to lift the chest. Lift the front thighs as we exhale, hinge down, folding over the legs. Either take the hands to the backs of the thighs, the ankles, the outer edges of the feet, or for more Ashtangi style, bring the hands to the big toes. Good. So bring the weight slightly forward. Nice and active here. Lift through the thighs. Good. 2 more breaths here. Release the hands, bring the hands to the hips. Bend the knees, tuck the chin as we inhale slowly. Rise. Good. This time turn the heels in, toes out as we narrow the stance. Bring the hands out to the side like you're cactusing the arms. Bend the knees coming into our goddess pose. Good. So you can either pause here, building strength, or you can alternate lifting one heel and then the other. Or you can play around with lifting both heels and then placing them down. Whichever you choose, keep the belly nice and active. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Good. A few more rounds. Send the hips a little bit lower. Working into those hips, building that strength. Good. And then release the heels down. Bring the hands to the hips as we inhale, press into the feet, rise up. Turn the right toes to 6 o'clock. Left toes draw in. Good. Bend into the right knee, right forearm to right thigh. Roll the left shoulder back. Press into the outer edge of the left foot. Left arm reaches up or overhead. Good. So we're strong through the belly here. Press the feet down and draw them together so we're firing up through the inner thighs. Good. Left hand to left hip. Bring the right hand to the shin. Lengthen the right leg. Roll the left shoulder back. Lift the front thighs as we reach the left arm up. Either gaze down, out to the side or up. Just stay nice and strong through the front thighs. Avoid hyperextending into the right knee. And avoid collapsing the weight down. So again, use the torso for strength. Good. Bending into the right knee. Press into the feet as we rise. We're going to turn the left toes in. Good. And then this time, bring the hands behind you. So toes in, heels are out. Inhale, lift the chest, reach the arms down. As we exhale, hinge at the hips, fold down, reach the arms up overhead. Good. Coming into a shoulder rinse. Lift through the front thighs, energizing. Good. Crown of the head is heavy. Soften through the neck. Good. 2 more breaths. Well done. Release the hands, bring the hands to the hips, bend the knees. As we inhale, slowly rise. Good. Walk the feet a little bit closer. Heels come in, toes come out. Good. And then keeping the hands on the hips, soften into the knees. We're going to come back to our goddess, but come to our twist. So bring the hands inside the thighs, fingers facing down. And then we're going to twist to the left. So the right shoulder draws in as we draw the left shoulder back. Good. Keep the weight even both sides. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Good. Pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, last side. Inhale, center. Press into the feet as we come up. Good. And then we're going to step forward to the front of the mat. Well done. Coming through our flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg floats up. Flexing the foot, gaze forwards, left foot steps through. Pause here. Find your base, your foundation. Squeeze inner thighs, left knee roughly over the ankle. Glutes are squeezing energy through that right thigh. Good. Ground the right hand underneath the shoulder. Left hand to left hip. Inhale for length. Exhale, rotate to the left. Reach the left arm up. Good. Squeeze inner thighs nice and strong here. 2 more breaths here. Well done. Release the left hand down. Find your strength through the inner thighs and your torso. As we inhale, glide up to our high lunge. Strong through that right leg. Good. Just make sure that the left knee is not collapsing in or out. Bring the hands to the heart center, transitioning into warrior three. So find that still point to focus on, making your way up. Good. Finding your strength through the left leg, squeeze the glutes. Right hip slightly internally rotates, flex the right foot. Good, think cobra. Bring the arms beside you, down beside you. Good. As we inhale, soften the left knee as we draw the right knee through. Reach the arms up overhead, hug the right thighs close to the torso as we can. Good. In, exhale even. Exhale, moving through treacle with control. Belly's active, really tight core here. Inhale. Good. Find that length, hug the thigh in towards the chest. Good. Exhale, floating back, moving with that control. Good. Inhale. Well done. Exhale, release the right leg down. Good. So coming to the middle of the mat, coming to our tree pose. So grounding down the left foot, lift through the kneecap, lift through the front thigh, squeeze the left glutes. Bring the hands to the hips, come to the right tiptoe. So just be mindful that the left hip doesn't overshoot. Squeeze everything midline. Open the right knee out to the side, and then either take the foot to the ankle, the inner shin, or to the inner thigh. Just avoid directly onto the knee. Good, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Grow tall through the spine, strong through that left leg. So the left leg is like our trunk. Good. Maybe reach the arms up, so we're coming into our branches. Good, you can play around with closing the eyes, gazing up, bringing some movement. Good, do whatever to test yourself. So balancing is always one of those things that one day we can do it, the next day it's a challenge, but that's fine. It's like life. One day it's up, next it's down. It's not consistent. Good, so going with the flow. Bring the hands through heart center, and as we do so, draw the right knee forwards, hug the right thighs close to the chest, and then start to lengthen the right leg away from you. So hip flexor strength here. Good. Find that still point, squeeze through the belly, tall through the torso. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. And then bring a little bit of movement side to side, easing through those legs. Good. So coming to the other side, ground down through the right leg, nice and strong through the right thigh. Bring the hands to the hips. Come to the left tiptoes. Open the knee out to the side. Coming to your choice of place of choice. Avoid the knee though. Good. So draw the left hip back slightly without the right hip coming with it. Bring the hands to your heart center. Squeeze the core. Good. Maybe lift the arms. Maybe take the gaze up. Strong through that right leg. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the inner thighs. So it's all about stability here. Good. Hands come through heart center. So we draw the left knee forwards. Draw the left thigh to the chest. Then lengthen it out. Flex the foot. Squeeze the thigh. Lift through the torso. Nice and long through the spine. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And release. Bring some movement back through those thighs. Good. So coming to the top of the mat, bring the big toes to touch, slightly part the ankles. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Last vinyasa, step back plank, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Pausing here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, right leg sweeps up, bend into the knee. Draw the right knee behind the right wrist. Walk the right foot to the left. Lengthen the left leg behind you, coming into our pigeon. Untuck the left toes. So we want to try and keep the sit bones, the pelvis neutral here. So if the closer the right heel is towards the left hip, the less intense it is. The more parallel the right shin is, the deeper you'll feel it. So just listen to the body. This might be enough for you, pausing here. If not, on your exhale, maybe come down to your forearms. So we want to give the hips time to adjust here, not forcing them. So working our way through each modification. Take the breath to the outside of the right hip, encouraging the left hip down. Good. So if you're noticing that the right hip is massively lifted, it can be quite nice to put a blanket or a pillow underneath just to give you a little bit of support. Good. So you can either stay here or you can press up, bend into the left knee, catch the left foot towards the hips, towards the sit bones. Either stay here or you can come back down onto the right forearm. Roll the left shoulder forwards a little bit. Good. Breathing here. 5 more breaths. Deep breath in. The exhale softens and releases. Last breath here. Good. If you've got hold of the left foot, gently release. Try not to catapult it back. Good. Ground the hands as we press ourselves up. Tuck the left toes under, and we're going to step back to downward facing dog. So however you can. Good. And then come back to down dog. Lengthen the legs, bend into one leg and then the other, just to bring a little bit of movement back. Good. And then come to stillness. Left leg sweeps up, flex the foot. Gazing forward, glide the left knee behind the left wrist. Walk the left foot towards the right as we slide the right leg back. Good. Untuck the toes. Pause here. Find your position first. Find what's comfortable for you. Often tied to one side than the other. So for me, my left is a lot tighter. Good. Either pause here or maybe come down onto your forearms. Good. Breathing into the left outer hip. Well done. And then maybe if you want to go deeper, come up onto your hands, bend into the right knee so you catch the right foot. Either stay up or come down. Good. Breathing here. Roll the right hip forwards, right shoulder forwards. Keep pressing into left forearm so we don't collapse. Left forearm so we don't collapse down. Good. 5 more breaths here. Soften the jaw. Nice. One last breath here. Well done. Gently release the right leg. Plant the hands as you press yourself up. Tuck the right toes. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. Just take a little pedal here through the legs, bringing that movement back. Well done. Good. And then we're going to gaze forward and we're going to come to our seat. So either walk, step or float to a seated position. Good. Okay, so we're going to lengthen the right leg out in front of us, bend into the left knee, flex the right foot and bend the right knee slightly. Just make sure we're nice and grounded through the sit bones. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. As we exhale, reach forwards, catch the back of the right foot, and then depending on your hamstring length, either stay here, but we want to try and keep the belly-thigh connection, or gently lengthen that right leg away from you. Keep it nice and flexed. Length through the spine, shoulders are soft. Breathing up the back of the right leg. Good. 2 more breaths here. Well done. Then inhale, slowly rise. Coming to a twist. So bring the right hand to the left knee, left fingers behind you. Inhale to find length, exhale, twist to the left. Good. Either stay in the twist or ground the left hand, press into the left leg and the right heel as we inhale, lift the hips, ground the right leg down, coming into a side stretch. Good, so squeeze the glutes, send the hips nice and high, opening up through that right sideways. Just make sure that we're not collapsing through the left shoulder. Exhale to release down. Good. Left leg lengthens out, right leg bends and joins to the inner left thigh. So flex the left foot, bend into the knees. We inhale, sweep up. Exhale, reach forward, take hold of the left foot, maybe lengthen it out. Good, just listen to the body. There's no force here. Good, so it doesn't matter where you're at, the benefits are exactly the same for where your body is today. Breathing in, try to square the shoulders. Good, deep breath in here. And exhale, 2 more breaths here. Well done, and then slowly rising up. Good, coming to our twist, left hand to right knee, right fingers behind. Inhale to find that length, exhale, twist towards the right, easing through the spine. Good. Either stay in your twist or ground the right hand underneath the shoulders, press into the right leg, left heel as we inhale, lift the hips, reaching up, coming into that side stretch. Squeeze the glutes, send the hips nice and high. Good, opening up through the left side waist. Good, and then exhale to release down. Good, face the front as we lengthen the right leg out. So making our way down onto our backs now. So optional roll down. If you want to come straight down, that's absolutely fine. If not, draw and you want to roll down, bend the knees, bring the arms forwards or up, tuck the chin, scoop the belly in, round through the spine, and with control, slowly lower each part of the spine all the way down. Keep the belly squeezing in. If you think it's squeeze a little harder. Good, until we come all the way down to our backs. Lengthen the arms up, reach the legs out, give yourself a full body stretch. Well done. Then hug the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a big hug. Take the forehead up to meet the knees, squeeze yourself into a tiny ball, maybe catch hold of opposite elbows. Good. Then release the grip, release the head down, and prepare for your Shavasana. So lengthen the legs out. Bring the legs a little bit wider than hip width. The arms come down beside you, palms facing up. Coming to an easy, natural breath. So soften the shoulders, soften the neck. The hips are melting. Just check in that the legs are nice and soft too. And then close the eyes, soften the jaw, so slightly part the teeth, part the lips. Then come to an easy, natural breath and just allow the body to be. Be here in stillness. You've done the physical practice, so try to let that go, not getting hung up or hooked to what you did, what you didn't do. We've done it, so well done. Now just giving this time back to yourself, your mind and your body, giving yourself permission to surrender.
So I'm going to leave you here in your Shavasana. Please do take as long as you need and as long as you have time for. But as always, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed your practice, you're feeling balanced, and love to see you soon again on your mat. Have a really good rest of the day, rest of your week. Namaste.